Previously on Kenshi. Welcome back, everyone. Last episode, we finally put an end to the Holy Nation. The Flotsam Ninjas have since swooped in, kicked over the old statues, and have been turning the base into a combatant outpost. Of course, you know I had to come in and buy the Holy Phoenix's old living quarters, just to flex on him. I actually didn't know you could do this, and I was very excited when I saw the option to. With the Holy Nation in shambles at the loss of its leader, I wasn't really sure what we should do next with our newfound freedom, which is why I asked you guys for some ideas. But by far, the most popular was to brutally torture the Holy Phoenix. You guys want me to rip off all of his limbs and then replace them with shitty ones. Not only that, but then you want me to have him eaten alive. I'm starting to question the character of my commenters. But I'm gonna listen to whatever you have to say. After all, I'm a man of the people. So after violently beating him with these little spatula things until his legs flew off, I had to go around looking for some prosthetics. I don't really have that many, and I never learned how to make them. But luckily, I had a couple in one of my random storages from the beginning of the game. But I had 3 right arms and 2 left legs. This wasn't going to be enough to fully transform our new guest. Unfortunately, I knew exactly where I could get some more. I just want to remind you guys that this is your doing. You should feel bad for this. Regardless of how we sourced them, we had gathered all the pieces of Exodia and could finally assemble the Robo Phoenix. Of course, a surgery like this is too traumatic to heal right away, and will take him approximately 4,000 seconds to be back up and running, so we will let him rest for now. In the meantime, we need to prepare for the second part of the quest, which was to feed him to the cannibals. Now, the cannibals are very far away from me and also scare me, so I've decided that I'm going to take him to the Fogmen instead. The issue is that currently my tunnel stops at Blister Hill. Luckily for me, one of the suggestions was to build a sky highway that goes around the whole world, and considering that some people also called my tunnel a highway and not a tunnel, I feel like it's only right that we rename the tunnel to the Sky Highway in pursuit of this comment. While we sit back and enjoy the satisfying wall building montage, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for making this possible. I had a lot of fun making this video, and I couldn't have done it without your guys' comments and interactions, and I just really appreciate everyone who takes the time to watch these videos and leave a like or a comment or a subscribe or whatever, and I just really appreciate it. So thank you. While building out the Sky Highway, I found yet another faction that hates us. It seems like the Flotsam Ninjas kicking out the Holy Nation has made the Sheks carefree about entering this region, which is fine. I don't have any beef with them until they accuse me of sucking at the game, saying there's no way that I could have killed the Holy Phoenix, which I haven't even done yet technically. I've only dismembered him. Either way, the Krall's Chosen have made a new enemy, except for the fact they are really easy to recruit and pretty strong. So rather maybe than an enemy, we have found a friend. Either way, our new relationship with the Krall's Chosen allowed me to recruit some adequate protection while building the Sky Highway. With those 2 boxes checked, I finally felt like we would be able to begin the long journey in order to finally release the Holy Phoenix into the wild. I managed to find the perfect spot just outside the city of Mongrel, a small Fogman camp, set up with the ritualistic tiki torches and skeleton poles, even with a nice little cave in the back for them to sleep in. This would be the perfect spot to guarantee that the Holy Phoenix is eaten alive. I've never sacrificed anyone to the cannibals or to the Fogmen, but I would be severely lying if I said it wasn't extremely satisfying to give the Holy Phoenix an ending that he truly deserved. These Fogman rituals can last literal hours in-game as well. It is not a quick, painless death by any means. As I mentioned, this camp was just outside the city of Mongrel, which according to the guards at the front gate is a pretty spooky place. They explained to me that even reaching it there is an achievement and a feat of its own, that one does not typically try again out of fear for the Fogmen, which I just hand-fed like I was at the Kenshi Zoo. This city also happens to house one of the greatest characters in the game. Just like this comment says, Kenshi is really only about two things, which is defeating the Holy Nation and recruiting Beep, which is why we are here. Beep is a legend, mostly because he is just so cute and wholesome, to the point that someone actually made it a modded start where you can be his muscle mommy protector and take care of this sweet child. And with that, we recruited an important character and completed another task. The next adventure that we're going to go on requires us to visit the Deadlands, which the highway does go through right now, but it's still very dangerous for me and my characters since they don't have good protection from the acid rain that happens in the area. Which is why before I move on to our next comment, I rainproofed our highway. With the tents up and our safety now taken care of, it was time to move on to Jaded Stone Monkey's request to investigate the skeletons and their ancient artifacts. This started off simple. I walked into what appeared to be a normal building until I began to look around. I noticed operation beds, reprogramming workshops, and what appeared to be a bunch of spare parts, which would make sense for a house full of robots. Except when I looked at it closer, it was a skeleton shredder. These people were killing other skeletons and programming them, operating on them, who knows what. I think this is some sort of cannibalistic skeleton cult. Terrified by this realization, I tried to leave immediately. But like baby ducks, I was instantly their mother. It was over. But someone did comment telling me that I should recycle my enemies. And that's literally what these guys are doing, at least based on their workshop. So I'm going to take them home and recruit them. After leaving mOnke behind to recruit the skeletons, I decided to have WEgore return to the Deadlands to investigate further. This region of the game is actually really cool, and I think leans very heavily into the lore side of Kenshi, which I'm not necessarily an expert in. However, it seems reminiscent of the times before the apocalyptic fallout. There are random metal structures that were once probably skyscrapers or grain silos belonging to the humans a long time ago, but have since become uninhabitable and have become outposts for random skeletons. However, there is one main city in the middle, Black Desert City. But the real reason I came here is not for the city, but for the market that is next door. This market holds some of the most advanced and ancient technologies, such as AI cores. Of course, they come at a price. Still though, this place was really cool, and we can check off another quest. Sweet, we are really burning through these. Let's see what's next. Create a Bing chilling? Okay. Our last comment today comes from Pax Panda, who says that we should become what we sought to destroy and create our own holy empire. So I decided to build a temple where we can all pray to mOnke. I even added a confession booth at the top where he can take confessions, which we'll see here in a second when it gets done being built. I had a lot of fun making this video. I've already got a plan for the next one, so it won't be comment based, but I definitely enjoyed this kind of format, and I might do it again in a couple episodes, so leave comments if you want to. For now, I hope you enjoyed, and if you didn't get your idea featured, I'm sorry, but maybe next time.